Tonight on the 3 a.m. show, director Mark Salgia stops by with The Happy Husband.
Check that out.
Great shirt. Who the f is that? I wonder who that might be.
Fred, didn't you say it wasn't like a guy running from the
It's
police?
a wanted poster, I think.
It's a wanted poster.
Okay, yeah, right. Yeah.
How much are you worth?
Hide your daughters. Hide your daughters.
It all kind of depends on what I've done, which...
Well, you made this movie, so
well, that's what I
that's
did.
a pretty high punishment crime right there. I mean, making people watch it. That's the crime.
The torture. I hear you, yeah.
High crimes, high crimes.
High crimes and misdemeanors, I hear you. Well, the name of the movie is The Happy Husband.
Which, of course, never happens.
Oh, well, you might want to watch the movie and see exactly what we're talking about here. Yeah, it was a labor of love. I worked on it with some good friends of mine, and hope you enjoy it.
Well, how long did it take you to actually make the film?
It took about, about 2 years, I think. No, more like 3 years, yeah.
Really?
About 3 years. For inception, yeah.
I would have guessed 30 minutes. I mean, no offense.
It just slapped it all together.
Yeah.
Make your little video, do your little skit. And,
although I will say the Photoshop frame scenes you do is actually pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, and the credits. I really like that.
You like the credits?
That means I could leave.
That means it's over, thank God.
No, I'm joking. But it's actually a really fun film. And I'm actually quite interested in the reason why you made this film. Because from what I understand, you're talking about humor, and there's a whole entire history behind it.
That's right. Orson Welles. Okay, Orson Welles, the great actor, director. He said he had a great quote, and it was a very, very insightful thing. It is, "The enemy of art is the absence of limitations." At every age, there are limitations that artists have. In earlier times, this is based on a British play called The Country Wife, which was written in 1675, and during what's called the Restoration period. And during that time, people had limitations. You could not criticize the king, and you could not criticize his church. You could not criticize pretty much anyone in power. So there are limitations. Okay.
Yes.
And so every generation experiences that. Now, we have certain limitations. Today, if you look at entertainment today, you look at the way men are portrayed. Men are portrayed as oftentimes not very bright, right? I mean, but if you were to portray women that way just a little bit, that would be considered sexist. Okay?
Which is true.
Which is true
Sexist.
that they would be.
Yeah, so what you think us?
Yeah. It's like, what the hell? I mean, come on. It's like there's a problem here. Okay?
I know.
I love sex.
Right? You do.
Right. S.
Oh, okay. My bad. I heard that wrong.
And there's a lot of sexual innuendo in the original play, The Country Wife, by William Wycherley, the great playwright from the Restoration period, a great comedy writer. And that's something that's refreshing about this play, The Country Wife, upon which my film, The Happy Husband, is based. And
now, why did you name it Happy Husband versus The Country's Wife, whatever it's called? I wasn't really paying attention when you're talking.
So this play, the Country Wife, it is a 5-act play, a typical Shakespearean type 5-act play, although it's obviously not by Shakespeare, but it's in that similar style. 5 acts, it would take a long time. I'm only doing one scene out of this play. It's one of the pivotal scenes between the husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Pinchwife. And I took it to a new level that is not found in the original script. It is Act 4, Scene number 2. It focuses more on the husband and about being a happy husband.
Okay.
So what it actually takes to be a happy husband.
Shall we watch this film, or should we just keep talking?
I think why don't we watch this film and just...
What were they
do you think?
restoring? I'm confused.
What's that?
He keeps talking about restoration. Are we restoring something? We're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
cars and stuff? What are we doing?
We're definitely not
Because I'm restoring
we're
a
We're not restoring.
I'm restoring a 78 Pinto as soon as I get out of my mom's basement.
Okay.
Guys, can we wrap this up? I got to get to my job at Walmart.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
hurry up.
Walmart, dude, you're stepping up in the world, man. All right. What was he doing before? He was like...
He was going to hit play on this video so we could watch it. So
Okay, I'll got you.
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm sweating because the studio is hot.
It sure is, but it's great. It's great to be here. Thank you for watching the movie.
All right, here we go. The Happy Husband.
I say? So, and you two were only in the room?
Yes, for he sent away the youth that was there for some dried fruit and China oranges.
Did he so? Damn him for it. And for...
What presently came up the gentlewoman of the house?
'Twas well she did. But what did he do whilst the fruit came?
Why, he kissed me 100 times. Told me he fancied he kissed my fine sister. Meaning me, you know. Whom he said he loved with all his heart, and bid me be sure to tell her so, and to desire her to be under her window by 11 o'clock this morning, and he'd be sure to walk under it at that time.
And he was as good as his word. Very punctual. Did a box reward him for it? But what? You stood very still when he kissed you. But you told me he did some beastliness to you, as you call it. What was it?
Why he put...
What?
Why he put the tip of his tongue. Between my lips. And so muzzled me. And I said I'd bite it.
An eternal canker season for a dog!
Nay, you need not be so angry with him neither. For to say truth, he had the sweetest breath I ever knew.
The devil! You were satisfied with it then, and would do it again!
Not unless he should force me.
What? Force you? Force you, changeling? I tell you, no woman can be forced.
Yes, she may sure. Such a man as he, for he's a proper, goodly, strong man. 'Tis hard, let me tell you, to resist him.
So it is plain she loves him. Oh, yet she has not love enough to make her conceal it from me. The sight of him will increase her aversion for me and love for him. And that love instruct her how to deceive me and satisfy him. All idiot as she is. Love! Twas he gave women first their craft, their art of deluding. Out of nature's hands they came, plain, open, silly, and fit for service, as she in heaven intended them. But termed love, well, I must strangle that little monster whilst I can deal with him. Go! Fetch pen, ink, and paper out of the next room.
Yes, fine.
Why should women have more invention and love than men? It can only be because they have more desires, more soliciting passions, more lust! And more of the devil! Ah! Come, Minx, sit down and write.
Because he's in town. You may sin for him if you will.
Very well, you have been brought to you as it come to this. I say, take the pen and write. Oh, you'll provoke me!
Lord, what do you make me a fool for? Don't I know that letters are not but writ from London to the country? And from the country to London. But he's in town, and I'm in town too. Therefore, I can't write to him, you know?
So I am glad it is no worse. She is innocent enough yet. Yes, you may, when your husband bids you, write letters to people that are in town.
Oh, may I so? Then I am satisfied.
Come, begin.
I am going to jump through that ring of fire on my electric scooter. That's why I need a battery I can trust, like a battery from Laptop Battery One. With the battery from Laptop Battery One, there's no question I am getting a quality product. Let's plug it in. Woo. I just hope it's not too much power. Whoa, too much power.
What can you do with your laptop battery from Laptop Battery One?
So Mark, I'm kind of confused real quick. I noticed on all your lessons you have 1, 2, 3, and then you go into Roman numeral 5. What the
Yeah, it's just a stylistic thing, you know. You have your. But what you picked up on something.
But what is that style? I mean, that's kind of like you just forgot what you're doing and switched languages completely and then went back.
Well, you know, it's still 5, so.
No, it's actually technically V.
It's V?
It technically would be V.
Victory, baby.
Considering
right, yeah.
1, 2, 3 are, what is that called? Like English numerals? Or
Roman numerals.
No, Roman numerals is the...
Yeah, the I, the
5.
I.
So what would our standard be?
They call them Arabic numerals. They came from India.
Okay.
Whoa.
No.
Okay, so I'm just curious by that.
They sit in the corner and cry.
Was there an actual reason why you did that?
Well, just to mix it up a bit. But this comes right after a certain line. The tip of his tongue, where Mrs. Pinchwife says, why he put the tip of his tongue between my lips and so muzzled me, and I said, I bite it. Now, if you look at that line, and if you look at what we did in this is a short film. Okay, so so thank goodness, thank you for making it a short film, right? Well, if this were the full-length thing, there'd be limitations on how far we could go with the interpretation. The more you interpret a script, the more time it's going to take, generally speaking.
The script is originally written without interpretation of how the lines are delivered.
Exactly,
correct?
right. So this, from this period of time, if you look at the script, there are almost no stage directions. It's just exit, enter, aside, and maybe a couple other very basic things. So the authors leave this material wide open to interpretation, which is exciting for an actor or director, for any artistic interpretation of it. It's exciting to have material like this, which is just open to interpretation, freshly open. You can change characters around. You can give meaning to each moment in a unique way that nobody else has ever thought of. And we did our best. Big, thank you to the Joanne Behr and D.W. Brown studio and my co-producer Tamara Sainer. who did a lot of work with post-production. And
all right.
And so, any other questions?
I'm getting kind of bored here. So let's go ahead and cut back to the show, and that way I can take my nap.
All right, cool.
All right, let's do it.
Sleep.
All right.
Sir. Though I suffered last night your nauseous, loathed kisses and embraces. Go on. Yet I would not have you presume that you shall ever repeat them.
I have read it.
On then. I then concealed myself from your knowledge to avoid your insolencies.
So?
The same reason, now I am out of your hands. That you may, forevermore, cease to pursue her who hates and detests you.
So?
What do you sigh? Detest you as much as she loves her husband and her honor!
Mr. Pinchwife, are you there?
Please open up, Mr. Pinchwife. Have you forgotten about me?
Oh, come wrap it up now whilst I go see to the door. Ah, and be sure you write on the backside for Mr. Horner.
For Mr. Horner. I am glad he has told me his name. I will not write this letter to poor Mr. Horner, come what will on it. Dear Mr. Horner, my husband would have me send to you a base, false, rude, unmannerly letter. But I won't. If you and I were in the country at cards together, I cannot help but tread on your toe under the table, or rub knees with you. Sweet. Dear Mr. Horner. Your most humble friend and servant to command till death, Marjorie Pinchwife. Whew. Wrap it up just like the other one. Right on the backside for Mr. Horner. Now what will I do with it? It was my husband.
I have been detained by a Scottish coxcomb who pretended to visit me, but I fear it was to my wife. What have you done?
Aye, but just now.
Well, let's see it. What do you tremble for? What, you would not have it go?
Here, hadn't I done it curiously? I think I have. There's my letter going to Mr. Horner, since he'll need me some letters to folks.
'Tis very well, but I warned you would not have it go now.
Oh, yes, Bud. Indeed, but now.
Well, you are a good girl then. Come, let me lock you up in your chamber. Till I come back. And be sure you come not within 3 strides of the window when I am gone. For I have a spy in the street. At least 'tis fit she thinks so. If we do not cheat women, they'll cheat us. And fraud may be justly used against secret enemies, of which a wife is the most dangerous. Me that has a handsome one to keep, and a frontier town must provide against treachery rather than open force. Now I have secured all within. I'll deal with the foe without, with false intelligence! Ah!
Mr. Horner?
That means we're on, guys.
Oh, I know.
The camera's moving.
I just don't know what to say. I mean,
English, Kevin.
I'm still
English.
kind of freaked out by that bat. I mean, was that a real bat?
Well, you know, you ever seen that movie Twilight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that movie. The skin's all pretty.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
All right,
so
yeah.
back to the movie.
Yep.
All right.
So what happened at the end?
Yeah, because
What happened at the end? No, I heard something. So is she?
need
Is
to
she?
break open the
is she?
smelling
Is she shacking up with?
You're talking about the end of the credits. At the
yeah.
end of the
What
credits,
happened
we
there?
heard the oh, Mr. Home.
Mr. Horner. Yeah.
Oh, it's Homeblower.
Well, yeah, Mr. Horner. Yeah.
Horner.
I
Which
love
is a
the
good
name.
play because, you know, horny man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Did the English even know about that back then?
You know, that's a good question. It's something worth looking up. You know, did they use these terms? Did that term, you know, come up back then? I mean, it undoubtedly has origins, you know, very old origins in the English language.
Now, could even the word Horner been the root for horny? I doubt it.
I wonder.
I strictly doubt it.
I'm not quite sure, yeah.
Because that doesn't make sense. That
But
way.
William Wycherley, interestingly, he coined the term nincompoop.
Really?
And happy-go-lucky. Those terms
Really?
came from his play, The Plain Dealer, another play by William Wycherley. Yeah.
So now tell me about your film festival. You went to Germany.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It played. Was very overjoyed that it played at the International Short Film Festival Oberhausen in Germany, which is one of the Academy Award qualifying festivals.
See, I'm honestly got shocked by this, and the fact that World War III did not commence because of you. I mean, it just seemed like it was a right opportunity for the Germans to have an excuse to invade.
Hey man, we kind of dethroned them after the war, so
But
you
I'm
know,
just saying,
but
you
I
know.
must say I was impressed by how great, you know, how much they built that country up. It was my first trip to Germany.
Really?
It's a fantastic country. You know, really nice people, fun people.
If there's one thing Germans are known for, it's being really nice people.
Yeah, that's their claim to fame, you know, and their beer. But yeah, it was great. It was a great experience being there with other filmmakers from around the world. Met a lot of people from everywhere, and you know, and so yeah.
Cool. Well, I also understand that you're actually teaching people with this film.
That's
You're going
right.
to universities and colleges and
That's right, yeah.
and daycares to keep
Yeah,
entertaining
daycare.
babies.
Entertaining the baby.
Yeah.
Daycare.
Yeah, prisons.
Brothels.
You know. Yeah, everywhere. Anywhere, wherever people will take
Crack
it.
houses.
That's right. Oh, dude.
That's where we first saw it.
That's right. That's how I uploaded
That's
it.
right. We saw it. And we're like,
case in point.
We gotta call this guy and get him on the
From
show.
the crack house to your door. Shorts.
From the crack house to yo house, right? So
Well, tell
let's
us
see.
about the university.
The university, yes. Well, I did an LA premiere of the film in August, and it was widely advertised. I invited literally hundreds of English professors around the greater LA area in Orange County.
And only one showed up.
No, several showed up,
Oh, really?
but there was interest from those scholars.
Any film schools taking this product and basically showing to their students what not to do?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, use it as a negative example.
Yeah.
You know, this
you
guy,
need that contrast.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I would, what it could be used as is a lesson in how to maximize your resources.
All right. Well, thank you for coming, Mark.
All right. Thank you. Thanks.
It's great having you on our show.
Great being here.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. Off.
All right, let's go get some beers.
I can't believe you just did that whole like Nazi thing again.
Oh, did it?
You from